Hello, this is Sean Hulsman, paramedic and education guy, also DT4 EMS instructor, and what we're going to do today is go over a quick video that surfaced on the internet a couple of months back of two providers being assaulted, and talk a little bit about some DT4 EMS concepts that could have been employed here. I'd like to make it clear from the start that we're not judging these two victims. They were victims of assault. What happened to them was pretty bad, but we're going to use their experience as a teachable moment and cover some of the concepts of DT4 EMS. We talk about 6 steps of DT4 EMS, and the first one is don't be on an unsafe scene. I would posit that anytime you have a naked man on a night shift approaching you, you are on a potentially unsafe scene. The second thing is to use your awareness, step number 2, and clearly both of the medics in this situation are not aware because the man is able to approach the medic and actually close the distance pretty quickly and get very, very close to her, which brings us to step number 3, keep a safe distance. For unarmed threats, we want to say 6 to 8 feet is where you want to have as far as distance. Now, he's on top of her, so hopefully she's going to employ some verbal skills formulas here, and that's validate, explain, and request. So validate. Sir, you look like you might need some help. Explain. The ER entrance is right over here. We can walk with you and get you some assistance. And then request. If you could please just come with us, we will get you the help you need. So hopefully she's having some of that conversation with this individual. He may not be in his right mind and probably is not. You're going to see her try to make a little distance here, which is good. She's facing her attacker. However, watch her hands. She never gets her hands up and open, which we teach. And part of the reason is because she's grabbing out of that tough book. We're going to talk about that in a second. She now makes a pretty egregious error here, and she turns her back on her assailant. So she's going to turn so that she can't see the potential attacker anymore. And at that point, he's got free reign to grab her from behind, approach her, do anything he wants without her noticing. Now, if you're going to turn your back on an attacker, you should be running. So this should be a fleeing situation, but she takes her time and walks. She's probably trying to play it cool here, but this allows the attacker time to approach her from behind and then grab her. Goes back to the next step, number 4, which is double tap parry. Your hands are up and open. She could have possibly parried that grab and not been grabbed if she had her hands up and open appropriately. And what you're going to see now is her partner get involved. So the fight is on. She's grabbed. All right, the man's pulling her around. The partner approaches from behind. She does not get her hands up and open either effectively, and this allows him to actually spin around, strike her, and grab her as well. And then he has both of the medics pretty much at his mercy here. Again, she's still holding a tough book. This is a sympathetic response where you're unable to let go of something during a stress response, and because of that, you can't use that hand effectively to defend yourself. Now, one medic falls. You're going to see actually something pretty good that we teach in class, and I'm not sure if she's had training, but this is called basic ground defense. She gets onto her back, gets her leg up, and she kicks out at her attacker. And this is going to prevent him from getting on top of her, which is good. So at this point, you want to talk a little bit about base and balance. Now, if you think about your stance as a tripod missing a leg, you are strong on your balance with your front and back foot in the fight stance. So if you're pulled backwards or pushed forward, you're going to be strong on your balance there. Where you're going to be weak is side to side if somebody hits you perpendicular to your stance. Now, watch the situation here and see where the attacker's feet are. They are perpendicular to the paramedic who is in the back right now, which means if she hits him even a little bit in his back and shoves him, he's going to go flying and probably gets knocked off his balance and gives him a chance to escape. But she's not able to do that. And again, she's still grasping a tough book, has not been able to let it go. Now, shortly after this video ends, you're going to see some security run in, and the assault pretty much stops here. But you had 2 unsuspecting EMS workers who were pretty viciously attacked. Thankfully, the guy didn't have a weapon or a knife, or didn't injure them seriously, but this is a scary situation to be in. So a lot of the tactics that we teach and strategies we teach in the DT4 EMS class are important. They could have come into play in a situation like this, and this is really what we're trying to do with our course, is to have people be a little bit aware of their surroundings and how to defend themselves in the short time before help can arrive. We are doing classes pretty frequently at Twin City Ambulance. If you are interested, please keep an eye out for our schedule, and we will have classes posted. We'll come to your facility and teach a class as well. It's $50 a person. It's a pretty good deal. It's 16 hours of credit CME, and it's a good time, and you learn some important, valuable stuff to keep yourself safe out in the field. So for now, thank you for watching, and be safe out there.